guys, I'm Simran.
And I'm Surbhi.
Welcome to Rupara Presents Youth Voice.
Today we have a really awesome show lined up for you guys. We're going to be talking about
Relationships. So grab a snack,
get comfy,
and come with us. Throughout our lives, we encounter different relationships.
whether it's mother-daughter,
boyfriend-girlfriend,
brother-sister,
Husband-wife.
or even best friends. But regardless of the relationship,
It's important to know how to deal with them.
face them.
and keep them healthy. Earlier this week, Simran was lucky enough to get to meet Mr. and Mrs. Nurdin.
Who just celebrated their 42nd anniversary.
So let's check it out.
आप बताइए आपकी लव स्टोरी शुरू कैसे?
एक्चुअली ये मेरी बहन का देवर है।
ओह।
तो अभी मेरी बहन का रिश्ता हुआ, बाद में मेरी मुलाकात हो गई इनसे और बाद में फिर मुलाकातें होती रही, फिर तो आना जाना हो गया शुरू ना।
पिकनिक जाते रहे, फिर मैं एक तो गाना गाता था, तो मालूम है तो वो एक गाना लिख ली, तो घर पे आया तो मैं गाया, तो वो देख के मेरी मदर बोलती ये क्या, उसके बाद ये गाना कैसा आया। बोला अभी तो पोल खुल गया अभी। तो अभी बोला चलो अभी हम लोग भी मतलब डिसाइड किए शादी करने का। वैसे तो 4-5 साल गए ऐसे, फिर बाद में माँ बाप राजी हो गए।
तो फुल बॉलीवुड फिल्म की तरह हुआ होगा। और अभी तो 42 इयर्स हो गया।
आज हमारी एनिवर्सरी है, 42nd एनिवर्सरी टुडे।
वाव।
लेकिन बहुत एक दूसरे पे बहुत विश्वास है, हम लोग इतना फ्रीली रहते हो, भारतीय समाज वालों को पता है सब, एकदम बिंदास, कभी शक नहीं, कभी आगे शक हुआ तो खलास, शादी का सत्यानाश, शादी टूट जाती।
आप दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ नोकझोंक करते रहते हो?
वो तो रोज का है भाई,
रोज होता है।
उसके बिगैर तो वो नहीं आता है ना, वो नोक-झोंक होती तो प्यार बढ़ता है ना, उसके बिना
झगड़े हो तो प्यार हो तो पड़ता
होता
है
है ना, पहला को जोड़ फिर प्यार
वो
बढ़ता
तो
है।
मनता ही है ना।
और मैंने सुना आप दोनों डांस भी करते हैं, सुना क्या देखा है?
वैसे हम लोग ने बहुत टाइम परफॉर्म किए, स्टेज परफॉर्मेंस दिए, आपको एक झलक भी दिखला देंगे बाद में। वैसे गाना अच्छा गाते हैं।
गा के बताइए थोड़ा सा इनके लिए।
इनके लिए
हाँ जी, वो एक गाना गा दीजिए जो।
एक लाइन गा के सुना दे।
दिल ने ये कहा है तुमसे, मोहब्बत हो गई है तुमसे, मेरी जान मेरे दिल पर, मेरा एतबार कर लो, जितना बेकरार हूँ मैं, खुद को बेकरार कर लो, मेरी धड़कनों को समझो, तुम भी मुझसे प्यार कर लो, तुम भी मुझसे प्यार कर लो, तुम भी मुझसे प्यार कर लो।
What would you like to say to our young generation that is building on their relationships right now to sustain long relationships like yours?
मैं तो हिंदी में बोलूं, आजकल क्या फैशन हो गया नाउअडेज, बस शादी के अरे पसंद आ गया, शादी हो गई, लव मैरिज कर दिया, बाकी थोड़ा टाइम नहीं गया, ओके वो ऐसा करता है, उसका ऐसा है, एंड दे जस्ट लीव इट। दे डोंट, स्मॉल प्रॉब्लम्स होती नहीं उन लोग के बीच में, फिर मतलब का और झगड़ा हो जाता है। ऐसे 1-2 केसेस अभी हमारे उधर भी हुए, लेकिन अभी हम लोग ने उसको समझा के कोशिश करके भाई ये छोटी छोटी मैटर्स को मत करो, क्योंकि फिर लाइफ कैसी जाएंगी। यू हैव टू बेयर बोथ ऑफ देम ना, तुम लोग दोनों जो है, कभी इसको तकलीफ करके तुम लोग को दोनों को समझौता करके आगे बढ़ने का है। ऐसा नहीं कि इसका वो ऐसा कर, वो ऐसा करता है, वो बराबर नहीं करता, कमाता नहीं, ऐसे यू हेल्प हिम, साइड बाय साइड तुम भी करो। एक जमाना हमारा भी ऐसा काम आया था, जब ये उसकी जॉब चले गया, मैंने कभी काम नहीं किया मेरी माँ के लाइफ में, कभी काम नहीं किया, बट आई हैड टू जॉब, आई हैड टू टेक द
जॉब करना पड़ा,
एंड आई वर्क फॉर 16 years। यू बिलीव माय फैमिली, एवरीबॉडी वाज शॉक्ड।
तो मैं एक लव का गाना गाता था, इफ यू डोंट माइंड।
बिल्कुल।
दिल से दिल टकराए, कब तक चादर ओढ़ के, करते तकियों से बातें, नींद चली गई रूठ के, कैसे कटती रातें, दिल दे के घर आए, घर आकर पछताए, सब्र की डोरी टूट गई तो लव मैरिज कर आए, लव मैरिज कर आए।
ये मैसेज है तुम्हारा सबको, लव मैरिज कर रहे हो, तुम लोग लव मैरिज कर रहे हो।
Wow, that's so cool. 42 years.
Let's check out some of the secrets. So here we have a hat with 7 different slips of paper with 7 different types of relationships.
So you go first.
Okay. Actor infatuation.
Celebrity crushes happen.
But let's try and not make cakes with him every year.
Alright, so who's next? Simran?
Okay then. Crushes?
Ooh.
Oh, embarrassing.
That's okay, crushes
But
happen.
let's not get creepy about it.
And always avoid stalking. Deep, you next?
Right. Long distance.
Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough.
Aww.
Okay, let's not forget. All relationships need trust, loyalty, and faith.
That is so true, but a little bit cheesy. Speaking of cheesy, let's go have a look what's cooking in the student kitchen today. So today we'll be making cheesecake, and the ingredients we need for that is 50 grams of butter, a cup of icing sugar, a couple of cookies, a pack of ricotta cheese, a tub of Philadelphia cream cheese, some Nutella, and heavy whipping cream. So to start off with, firstly we'll put all our cookies into a blender. Once you've finished grinding up all the cookies, we'll add some butter to it. Once that's done, we'll just take the mixture out and then we'll move on to the next step. I've already greased my tin, so the next thing we do is just pour our mixture into the bottom of the tin and just press it down so that it becomes like a cookie base. Leave that to the side. So to make our cream, firstly we'll add the ricotta cheese. Then we also add the cream cheese. And to that we add our cup of icing sugar. Okay, and then we just blend it all together. Okay, here I'll just add in a little bit of vanilla essence. You don't really have to do this, but I like the taste of vanilla, so it's a personal preference. And now we'll add in a little bit of the heavy whipping cream. Just a little at a time until we get a thick consistency. So as soon as we've done that, we'll just pour this over our cookie base. So grab a couple of spoonfuls of Nutella and then heat it for about 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, so as soon as you get a runny consistency like that, we'll just pour it into the middle and I'm going to make a heart out of it. Okay, so this is our final cheesecake. I'll put it in the fridge for about 3 hours to let it set and then we'll come back and see how it worked. Okay, so while the cheesecake is setting, let's get back to the hat. Simran?
Okay. Friend zone versus sister zone.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That was sad.
And embarrassing.
It's alright, it doesn't always work out.
But don't let it lower your self-esteem. Just remember, that probably means that your Mr. Perfect is still out there looking for you.
Okay, you can go next.
One-sided relationships.
It doesn't mean you're invisible.
Yeah, hold your head up high and don't waste your tears. You know what? You guys are right. I'm sure there's someone out there waiting to see us smile. Definitely. So, we only have 2 left. Deep, why don't you take one?
Sure. Violent relationships.
On a more serious note, not all relationships make us smile. Let's check this out.
Violent relationships can be serious, dangerous, traumatic, and stressful.
Let's see what Counsellor Vani has to say about coping with stressful relationships.
Today we're here with Vani Alkishan. She is a counsellor for the Asian community and she deals with families with problems, and we're going to have a few words with her today and see what those, how to deal with those problems. So here we go. Vani, could you please explain in a few words how communication can be effectively conducted between adults and groups?
Yeah. Communication has to be firstly honest and keeping it simple so that there's no conflict. It's important that each party speaks with respect, because things that are said in anger, it's like when something is spilled out, you can't pick it up, and words are like that. The damage lasts forever. Even though you come back and say sorry, you can't fix it. That is what I see with clients that I'm dealing with at the moment. So it's important that we are sensitive to how the person is feeling, being aware of what's going on in their life. That's important, because a person, like I was giving you an example earlier, you could be coming in after an exam all stressed up, and if a family member straight away picks on you, nags you for not cleaning the room, that's going to get you upset and even more annoyed. But you are actually relating and reacting to the stress of being at the exams all day, not quite what is happening now. So the best thing to do in that situation would be to allow you to chill, to have a moment to yourself, have your cup of tea, and then approach them and say, I noticed you did not do the room today. It upsets me to see the house messy. Do you mind doing it? So that is better than yelling at you, why didn't you do the room, and things like that.
So when communicating, how would you convey feelings and thoughts in a positive manner?
Okay. Using a positive tone, that's number 1. Using I sentences rather than you, because you sentences can lead to an accusatory tone, causing the person to be defensive. So it's better to say, I feel upset when this is not done. So that gives them the idea that you are not feeling happy, but you are not blaming, you are just expressing your feelings. So the tone is very important, and not drudging up, not dragging out old issues. Last week you didn't do this either, yesterday you didn't do it, that's not helpful. It's also important that family members realize that nobody is a mind reader. So if there is an issue, it's important that you speak about it. Like I said, in a positive tone, using I sentences, because expecting or assuming that the other party should know something is just going to lead to disappointment and frustration. I am feeling this, or I would like to do this, not expecting the mom to know for what you want, or the mom expecting the child to know that this is what is expected of them. It's an ongoing process of communication, of talking, and just rehashing things and negotiating things constantly. I know it's hard work, but it pays off, because you'll have a healthy, loving relationship, and that's what we strive for.
That was a very interesting discussion, and I hope you guys found it just as informative as we all did. And to top it off, it applies to all types of relationships.
So take it into account and feel free to leave us a comment on your thoughts.
Lucky last.
Ooh, our personal favourite.
The best relationship of them all? Friendship. Cheers to friendship.
Wow, this is yum.
Check out our Facebook page for the full recipe.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
See you next time.
See you. Before we leave, let's quickly check out Dr. Priya's tip of the week.
Nowadays, you must have noticed that lots of youngsters, many youngsters are having emotional eating issues, and related with that, the general research has been shown in worldwide that youngsters are having obesity related problems, and the most important reason behind this is emotional eating. What is emotional eating? Many youngsters, they often land up into various stress factors coming from the studies or whether personal relationships, and when they are depressed, when they are sad or when they are stressed, they land up into eating something which gives them gravity, gives them happiness, gives them a satisfaction, and that sort of thing happens mostly through the sweet chocolates or heavy food or overeating. So whenever this stress related eating happens, emotional eating we call it, it's very important to rule out the cause factor behind it. Most of the time these eating issues are only satisfied with the heavy carbohydrate intake. So whenever you are having emotional eating, you just try to find out whether the quality of the food and quantity of the food which you are selecting, mostly it is heavy substances, and then more heavy food you are having, the attachment through that food gives you the satisfaction, happiness, relaxed in the mind, and then you keep on eating and eating. So these type of emotional eatings are addressed with very proper type of dietary plan, lifestyle plan, exercises, and then you have to start finding out the how your daily routine starts, and when you are trying to organize smallest thing from the morning to the evening, you keep to the solution and you stop doing that emotional eating, because addressing the emotional eating first is most important thing, because many people do not want to acknowledge that this emotional eating is happening because of something which is root inside. So if you want to stop emotional eating, first sit down with any proper practitioner or somebody who can notify you what is happening inside the body.
Hey guys, I'm Simran and welcome to Rupa Arab Presents Youth Voice. This is Surbi and today we are...
3, 2, 1, start.
Woo!
Now I did it.
Stop laughing!
3, 2, 1, go.
What the hell? Man! Oh, that is so embarrassing.
That's okay, Crush.
Oh god. Go!
Simran!
Don't make.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Alright,
take a
go!